Welcome to Vacation Station, hosted by Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazines.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to Big Blend Radio's Vacation Station Travel Show with Nancy and Lisa, the mother-daughter travel team and publishers of two digital magazines. We have Big Blend Radio and TV magazine that does cover travel and lifestyle and leisure, all kinds of good stuff. And we also publish Parks and Travel magazine, obviously covering parks and travel, but also a Love Your Parks tour where we are traveling full-time to showcase America's parks, public lands, communities, and treasures. You can check it all out. Go to BigBlendMagazines.com. On today's show, we're heading to beautiful San Benito County in Central California. This is a place Nancy and I have spent a time. We've been there, what, twice, Nancy? It feels like
I think
longer.
more even. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we've been even more than that.
Yeah, I think we need to go back. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's the eastern gateway to Pinnacles-National-Park. It's got, beautiful rolling hills and ranch lands, and it's got wine. That's important.
Yeah.
Awesome downtowns with murals and cool restaurants and shopping and great events and just a lot of history as well. So very excited to have Jared McDonald join us today. He represents the San Benito Chamber of Commerce. He's the vice chair of the chamber board. He works in the tourism committee because it really is becoming quite a destination, and not only for people to visit, but people are moving there. And that's a good thing he's on the show because he's also a real estate broker and property manager at Ram Property Management. But everyone, to check out the area, go to discoversanbenitocounty.com. So welcome, Jared. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, doing good. Doing good. So now, we're getting to fall and then into winter in San Benito County. And I remember winter being just like one of the hidden secrets of when to go because you get so lush and green out there. It's a good time to go hiking.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And there's plenty of places to go do that for sure. With, like you guys have already mentioned, Pinnacles and Hollister Hills has even added a couple of walking trails as well. So there's plenty to go and walk around and see.
Now you were raised there, born and raised in Hollister?
Yep. I was born here at Hazel Hawkins Hospital.
So this is where do you find people who are still in their hometown?
I know,
anywhere.
that's rare. That's rare.
Yeah.
It is rare, and it's interesting because it seems like, and Hollister's a county seat. From what we've gathered over the years and what we're seeing still, it seems like a lot of people are moving to your region.
Yeah, a lot of people from up north in San Jose are really kind of seeing the charm of the county and just being so close to Pinnacles and everything, and the affordability of our housing, that it's really drawn a lot of people kind of just inland a little bit.
Yeah, because do people, commute, how far are you from the Bay Area?
We are actually in this super sweet spot where we're basically 45 minutes from pretty much all the great stuff. So just 45 minutes in from San Jose, Monterey, Santa Cruz, and even I think Pinnacles is about that away. It's probably even closer than that, honestly. I haven't taken a drive out there in a while.
Well, now you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's beautiful.
I'm working too much.
Yeah, well, yeah, see, it's that housing boom. It's the 59th park in our national park system, and it's famous for its geology and rock formation, but also those California condors, man. That's amazing. Have you ever seen one?
I haven't been out in a while, so I haven't gotten to see one, but I know on their website there's a live feed where you can view their nests. So that's been something I've been trying to get to. I've got a 2-year-old now, so I've been trying to get him as active as absolutely possible because he needs to get his energy out. So I try and take him to go and learn as much as I can.
Yeah. Nancy, you got another webcam to watch.
I know.
Yep.
It's kind of one of my little things I do when I have a down minute. I've seen webcams. I've seen the condors, and there's about 4 that are in Africa that I tend to stick with because I like to watch lions and stuff.
Now you got condors, man.
I know. It's interesting.
We never got to see the condors when we were there, but we did go out and see bald eagles, and we saw golden eagles when we were there, which I thought was pretty special. And,
Yeah,
you know,
it's amazing how much wildlife's around here. I mean, we keep hearing about some of our housing developments. You'll get a mountain lion just chilling around, and everybody will be online like, "Hey, did you guys see it?"
cool.
Nice.
I know we saw a lot of coyotes and deer, just all kinds of bird life, wild turkeys, and then the spring is so beautiful. And that was the first time we went there, was like at the very beginning of spring, so everything was so green. And we went into
Yep.
Pinnacles Park, and there was, Water Bear Gulch was, the reservoir was just full, and all the wildflowers were starting to pop out, and it was amazing because you
Yeah.
do almost have like a gentle 4 seasons, not quite with the big snow or anything, but the weather
Yeah.
is really nice.
Yeah, and honestly, that's one of the first things that I hear from a lot of people. When I had my wife was from a different town when she moved here to Hollister. That was one of the first things she noticed was just how green it gets during our spring.
Mm. It's awesome. It's awesome. So you've got Pinnacles National Park, but also San-Juan-Bautista, just up the road from you in Hollister, up the road from Hollister, I should say, is also part of the Juan Bautista De-Anza National Historic Trail. And that's a beautiful trail there, De-Anza-Trail, where you can go up, talking about rolling green hills. If you get a chance to
Yeah.
go walking up there, that is magic. But yeah, San Juan Bautista and Hollister, man, the historic downtowns, I think you guys have really preserved your historical integrity in both those communities with the way they are.
Yeah, it's something that we've been really trying to push too. Is the De-Anza-Trail is just so beautiful, and the history of the trail going up to San Francisco and everything that it's accomplished, and just there's so much history throughout this area. It's absolutely insane.
And you got the museum, you got the historical park in Tres Pinos. I know that's really
Yeah,
cool. That last
they
time
newly remodeled that not too long ago.
yeah, we're gonna have to talk with them again, because I remember they were putting like a little model train thing in there. Now that's cool. That's something cool for a 2-year-old. You
Yeah,
know?
well, my wife's already gone down there quite a few times to go take them through. So they love to go. They'll do little like park days with the kids and go over there all the time.
Oh man, that's really
Nice.
awesome. I like it over there in those historic buildings and
Mm-hmm.
museums in downtown Hollister, and then well, everywhere is like San Juan Bautista and Hollister both have historic walking tours that people can do, which is
Yeah, and they're
pretty.
doing I think a haunted walk here pretty quick. That seems really interesting as well. My wife's gonna want to go to that, but
Oh,
I
that's
don't
cool.
remember when that one is.
They have a lot of, everyone, if you go to discover San-Benito-County.com, you can keep up with the events there. And also we have it up on our site, nationalparktraveling.com. We have San Benito County events. And I was looking that there's that beautiful parade that comes up, the 29th annual Lights of Celebration coming up. That's November 30th. So that kind of kicks off your holiday season for you in Hollister.
Yeah, and that's been a go-to for our community for a long time. I remember as a kid going to the Lights on Parade, and that was probably one of the highlights for me as a child. So definitely, if you haven't gone to that, I would highly encourage it. That's something we enjoy every year.
Oh, yeah, nice community event too. Now, what about shopping? When you think about the holiday season, downtown, I know like San Benito Bene, we've been in there, and you got and really cool restaurants downtown too.
Oh my gosh, it's really it's been a great era for just tourism as of lately. There's so many people who are trying to promote the county, and new businesses are now coming in. Just seems like all the time.
Wow.
And yeah, a lot of local produce downtown with Bene, who has a lot of locally made stuff. I know there's another soap place right down the way. I mean, yeah, there's just a ton of just on our main streets, really, where our main craft stuff is.
And you have antiques.
Same thing. San Juan downtown is wonderful too.
Yeah, antique shops, bakeries, man. Everybody
Yep.
Nancy,
Oh.
remember the bakeries? Like
The whole
seriously.
town smells good.
I know.
Yeah, we have. Oh my gosh.
You
Yeah,
get
our
hungry.
bakeries are amazing. We have Heavenly Lighthouse. There, we have like surprisingly just some of the best what do you call pastry chefs just ever, I guess.
Yeah, and farm to table food. Like at Fisher's.
Yep.
We had a good time at Fisher's, and you've got is a Farmhouse Cafe. They just opened when we were there.
Yeah, Farmhouse Cafe is in the same building with I believe it's I forget the coffee shop. Gosh darn it.
You have a new
it's
coffee
leaving my
shop?
mind. There's a coffee. There's a coffee shop in the same building as Farmhouse,
Oh,
ran by a guy, Evan Morris, and he is a fantastic guy, another local guy. We have a lot of people who grew up in the community and are now, like, same thing with Fishers, Evan, it's Calavera Coffee, who have been just pouring back into the community with small business. It's wonderful.
that's sweet. I know
Nice.
that when we went to San-Juan-Bautista, and there was is it Vertico Coffee when we were there?
Yep.
That was
Mhm.
cool. And then they made wood-fired pizza, and
Yep.
man, that was and I think
It's
they were opening
fantastic.
brewery, like beer. Okay, so there's wine. Let's touch on the wine. This is important because it seems that there's been a lot of change in the wine trail, but it's still really, because I remember Calera wine being just
Yeah.
an amazing Pinot Noirs, and just all these. So
Yep.
DeRose is still there. Calera just changed
Yeah.
ownership,
Yeah.
right?
They've been updating all their signage, the Cienega Road Wine Trail, where you have DeRose, Eden Riff, Calera. There's a bunch of wineries we have right now. It's absolutely a great time.
See, this is what's going,
Nice.
and then the lodging changed up too. I remember hotels are coming in, so you got
Yeah,
more.
we had the Marriott coming in, that came in. We've got a lot of people taking advantage of the new Airbnb and kind of app softwares you can use to try and attract people. We're seeing a huge demand on hotels right now, and just constantly being filled, and so more people are trying to get hotels and more ways to try and get people fit into our small community.
We stayed on ranches. We stayed at Piscinas Ranch, and we also stayed at
Yep.
Bar Z Ranch. Oh my gosh, like that's fun stuff, right? That's some serious, like,
Yeah.
if you want California ranch, like a true California ranch experience, both of these places are like just out of this world. It's totally cool.
And it's crazy how close it is to some of these areas that people don't know about. Like San Jose, they're in the whole city, and you just have to drive 45 minutes to come to somewhere that you're staying on a ranch, and you get to see horses all around and stuff. It's just awesome.
What
It's
about
so much fun. I mean, it's
know.
just such a big switch from, especially if you have to drive in traffic all the time, just to go out in the countryside and see horses and goats and stuff. It's cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
What was the first part of that?
oh, I was
I
gonna
was
ask.
talking about the
Oh,
traffic.
Oh,
In
traffic.
Yeah, that I've seen that if you stay in San Benito, you don't have to put up with all the traffic.
No, when you're in town, it's wonderful. When you're in town, there's nothing but locals, and traffic's wonderful. It's when you're having to commute that people
Yeah.
start whining a little bit. But no,
Yeah.
in town is wonderful. When you're going back to like Piscinas and those kind of areas, traffic's non-existent.
no,
Exactly.
it's just beautiful scenic drive. I know a lot of bikers go up there because of the, it is absolutely, it's beautiful to, and I like the fall because, the summer into fall, you guys have beautiful fall colors, and the
Hmm.
grasslands are all golden and, the beautiful blue sky. It's just beautiful. What about art? Because when we were there, of course, like in downtown Hollister, there's the architecture walking tour. You've got the geology tour because you've got some cool earthquake history. And then
Yep.
you've got this art walk where, even the electrical boxes are painted, and there's murals. And I remember there being like an arts council that was really flourishing too.
Yeah, our CEO, I think, used to have some involvement with Art Council and helped them a lot. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know who's been putting that stuff on. I remember when they were originally doing that and think I was like, where on earth did we get all of these people who are incredibly good at painting?
Mm.
Yeah, a lot of electrical boxes are painted. There's been more murals up on the side of buildings. I know they put a big Hollister sign on the side of Vault, and just a bunch of stuff. But yeah, just surprising where the people come from. I'm like, I didn't know we had this kind of skill in our town.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's a growing community, and I think that it's about having that balance of growth, right? And it seems that the way your downtowns are positioned, and that you do have the nature and the trails, that you're, as a community, working hard to preserve the authenticity and the heritage of the region, natural and people
Yeah.
heritage, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. That's been a huge focus for everybody in this town for quite some time.
What about the schools? What's that like for everyone moving in?
That's a great question. I'm probably not the best person for that. I was homeschooled.
Right.
But
Cool.
as far as I spent 2 years at our high school, And my brother-in-law is a teacher at the high school, and I've met a lot of the new staff that they've got for the teachers at the high school, and I am just dumbfounded with how incredible all those teachers are and a passion that they have for their job and for the kids. So when it comes to teachers at the schools, I could not speak more highly of what we have for our community and the kids who are being educated. They're all just wonderful.
I think it sounds like the right place to kind of grow up, for quality of life.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been in here for 4 generations. My great-grandfather came in 1962 along with my grandfather, and we've been building houses for forever. And, I've left to move other places, and I've always come back to Hollister because it is just it feels like such home to me, and it's just a wonderful place.
Now, and everyone, check it out. Go to rampmhollister.com, right? That stands for RAM Property Management, right? So rampmhollister.com, that's where you can connect with Jared and his family-owned business. We always love family businesses, since we're one too. What I wanted to ask, we always love the question of, hey, you've got some friends who want to come check out where you live, and they're the drop-ins. They knock on your door for the weekend and say, hey, we're here, show us around your town. So what would you do on a typical weekend to take your friends around to show them the sights?
When I I bring people, and I kind of just drive around the town. Most of it's my history growing up, but I love to take them out to some of the specialty restaurants that a lot of people won't know about. We'll go by the Pinnacles. A lot of my family likes to ride dirt bikes, so we'll go to the Hollister Hills. Most of the time I tell people, come into the chamber, we're going to know, what's going on that weekend. We had somebody who just moved over here, and I gave him a gift card to our local coffee shop. We told them, hey, here's where you want to go. If you want to go golfing, you can go to San-Juan Oaks, who's, just a beautiful golf course just sitting in our backyard. And there's just, nonetheless, it's just a matter of what weekend you're coming, and any one of us here at the chamber office would love to point people in the right direction.
And the Mexican food, we can't forget that.
Yum.
Oh my
gosh. I tell people, if you want to be successful in Hollister, open up another Mexican place. We have a ton, and they're all incredible. I think there's 3 on our main street. That's what I can think of right now. And every one of them has their own specialty. One of them does Corona-ritas on Fridays. Another one has homemade corn tortillas, homemade chorizo. It's nuts good stuff.
Oh man, and I remember El Jardines. Is it El Jardines, the one with it's like
Jardines in San Juan,
yeah. Jardines, there you go. Yeah,
beautiful.
In San Juan. Oh my gosh, there's like a total garden. If you want to go have good, and I mean seriously good Mexican food. It's good Mexican food. It's like that is the ultimate comfort food.
Absolutely. And I swear people are having weddings there all the time now. Like everybody loves that place.
Yeah,
it's pretty, and they have good margaritas too.
Absolutely, they do.
Yeah, that's important. Well, the thing that's neat is, you're not just a ranching area, but you're also agriculture. So we've done a lot of shows with the farms and a lot of organic farms and, your apricots. So that's the other part. It's like, that is like, when you think of California, you think about farms, and that's what you guys really have, is that fresh bounty, Yum.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
hungry.
something we've been trying to push is agricultural tourism and getting more connection for visitors to go and experience those farms, get to taste their products and accomplish more of that. So we're hoping to start that, see more of that in the next couple of years.
Yeah, and when you go to town, I recommend people go to San-Benito-County because she has the local, like, olive oils, and so she kind of like gathers everything that's local in there, So I love that, what she's doing over there. So everybody, again, discoversanbenitocounty.com is the website to go to. You'll get a feel for what there is to see and do in the different times of year, the different season. There's events. And if you're moving to town, go to sanbenitocountychamber.com, especially if you're a business. But that is, both websites are very important. And of course, we cover the destination up on nationalparktraveling.com. And we want to thank you for joining us. It's been a real pleasure talking about one of our favorite places, and we hope to get back up there sometime soon on our Love Your Parks tour because we're in need of a good hike. You
Yes,
guys
we
have
are.
it?
Yeah. Well, definitely reach out again when you guys come. I'd love to hook you up with some gift cards to go head up our coffee shops and just make sure you guys get the full tour so you can really experience everything if you don't have somebody to walk you through it all.
All right, thank you. We
Cool.
appreciate it. And we
Thank you.
will come knocking on your door. And then we're going to go to
Perfect.
Fisher's and say, can we have some beer? Do you have a local beer yet? Is there any breweries opening yet? That's an important
Oh my goodness.
thing.
I think we have Brewery 25 in San Juan, 18th Barrel in San Juan. We've got another one's looking at opening up downtown on Main Street. We got Hollister House that has beer. There's just an
What?
unending supply of people trying to do more of that right now.
What? Nancy, we're
There you
late.
go.
We're
Yeah.
late.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's that's good. I'm glad to hear that because the brewery scene has really moved ahead, and it's really and when I think about fall season, it's beer season. It's always beer season,
Yeah.
and it's always
Yeah,
wine
we
season.
our CEO just did a tour of I think a place where they're growing hops now and a bunch of other stuff. It's just
Oh,
it's such
wow.
a great time to be involved in that kind of stuff right now. So we're enjoying it and we're gonna start pushing more of it.
It's really awesome to see like everyone, just the younger generation come back home and say, okay, now I'm going to,
Yep.
get in my roots. I'm going to dig in, literally, since you have farms and vineyards and breweries and hops. So we like that.
Yeah.
And the history is so cool there. I really encourage people go check out like the Historical Society and also the museum. There's a lot to do. So again, discover San-Benito-County.com. We love to play music for our guests, and today we're going to play the song California Days from Josh Pfeiffer. It's from his album American Crooner Act 1. So check that out, and you can keep up with Josh at joshpfeiffer.com. Thank you all for joining us here on Big Blend Radio. Our segments air Sunday through Friday, and maybe we might have to go 7 days a week. I mean, why not? But everybody can go to bigblendradio.com to listen through all different outlets, whether it's Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, all kinds of places, YouTube, Facebook. It has all the links up there for where you can keep up with us. So thanks so much for joining us, Jared. It's been a real pleasure.
No problem. I had a lot of fun.
I love California days where the sunshine smiles on every face, where the ocean breezes blow and the swaying palm trees grow. I love California days. Take a drive on down the coast, find the things you love the most, from the Golden Gate to La Jolla Bay. Everybody knows it's true, so there's nothing you can do but pack your bags and head on down this way. California days. Got my sunshades and put the rag top down to stay. We could head to Monterey and watch that sunset fade away. I love California days. Take a drive on down the coast, find the things you love the most. From the Golden Gate to La Jolla Bay. Everybody knows it's true, so there's nothing you can do but pack your bags and head on down this way. California days, the California days.